had a wonderful session in January with a client. I haven't been able to share it until now, unfortunately, but it was a great session that I think pieces of can really help people. A lot of this session is shareable. There are only small portions that weren't. And so I'm sharing most of it here. Thanks so much to my client who has allowed for me to share this information. It includes pieces that are just entertainment, pieces that are giving you a bigger picture about what's going on. Then there are personal pieces that can be very validating to others who are going through the same issues. So this just might have something for everyone. And I'm excited to share it. So let's drop into the session now. The client is dropping into the experience. I see this planet below me. I seem to be floating down onto it. It's not Earth, but it's sort of like Earth. I'm coming down to the atmosphere. I'm seeing green and hills. It's like I dropped down into this field, and it's green and there are hills all around. The sky is kind of light blue, but it has pinks and purples in it. So I can't tell if it's sunset, sunrise, or it's just that color. There's light everywhere, but it's a different kind of light, not light from the sun. This light, is it not emanating from the sun? Can you tell where it's coming from? It keeps shifting. Almost seems like it comes from within this planet. Go ahead and reach down and touch the planet. It feels warm and there's a vibration to it. Allow that vibration to rise up and through you. Call it through you. What do you notice as you do that? Oh, I'm taking shape. I'm this being. I'm much taller and thin. I have these really long feet that are sort of not exactly webbed, but different. I have toes, but they have little knobs on the end of my hands. And they're kind of long and have little knobs on the end of them too. I'm sort of this bluish green color. Are you bipedal? Yes. Do you have a gender? I don't seem to. I hear it's not needed. Do you have any markings on your body or ornamentation of any type? I seem to. It's not like freckles. It's like spots of different colors. I actually see others coming toward me. Do they look like you? Yes, it's like we have no hair and have these spots on our head and face. How do these others greet you? Telepathically. We have mouths, but we don't use them to speak. They seem to be very happy to see me. Where have you been? On Earth. And now I'm home, and they're happy that I've returned. I've been away a long time. Ask them what you've been doing on Earth. Studying and learning, helping others on that planet to awaken. Why did you choose that? They're saying it's because it's what we do. We all have assignments, and we go to different planets, and there are many of us on Earth helping it through this transformation. Why now? I'm not hearing that. Okay, ask them, ask your friends. Because the time has come. If Earth beings do not change, the Earth will no longer exist. It will throw the universe out of balance. This cannot be allowed. There are many beings who are coming to that planet to help it to survive and help humans understand the importance and to understand that in truth, they are all one. Now, these beings coming to Earth, do they only take human form or do they take other form? They take many forms. What form did you take? I was a human being in many lifetimes, but early on I was a plant and a tree and then several animals. Why did you choose to be a plant, a tree, and animals before being human? They're telling me that it's so that I could understand that all life form is equal. One is not better than the other. It is simply different, and that all have consciousness. Do all these different forms of consciousness have an effect on the Earth or just humans? Yes, all have an effect on the Earth. And unfortunately, humans are destroying this consciousness, believing that only their own is important. It's very sad. Is there anything that can be done about that? Yes, that is why there's an urgency to humans awakening, so that this can stop, so that more can begin to see all consciousness matters, that humans are one with everything. What will it look like when the consciousness shifts? Or is that what we're talking about? That is when the separation will take effect. What separation is that? That is when the new earth, as you call it, will appear. That is where all will be able to live in harmony and communicate with all life forms, and will be able to transform and experience different life forms at will. Humans will begin to see that there is no separation. How will humans see this new earth? Many will simply awaken there as their consciousness shifts, and it will feel natural and like home. The ones that don't awaken there, what will they think happened to the ones that suddenly awaken there? They will have no memory of this. They will only know the reality there and at that moment. However, they will still have the opportunity to transform and to move on to new earth. Not everyone will have their consciousness shift at the same time. From this perspective, can you see how the earth is doing now that so many have come to help and traveled through lifetime after lifetime, raising the consciousness? They're showing me the earth. There's this darkness that is moving toward it. There are points of light that are helping to keep this darkness away. But earth is at a crossroads, and the people are at a crossroads. What will tip the scales toward the light? That all of the light workers awaken and step into their power and their beingness to generate the light and then help others to do the same. The light workers cannot continue to hide. What can wake them up? What can get them out of hiding? Finding their courage, finding others that can support them in their journey, believing who they are. When you left Earth, did a part of you stay behind, or did 100% of you leave Earth to come back to this planet? Part of me has stayed. I'm connected to the physical body and feel the sensations in that vehicle. And just an aside, she's speaking about my client, saying that she can feel my client, or that being, genderless being, is saying they can feel my client. Tap in now. What sensations do you feel for that vehicle? I feel open-heartedness and also hesitation. There seems to be part that is fearful. What is that being fearful of? Knowing the truth. Does the truth consist of something you haven't told us yet? The body is feeling this fear about stepping forward, being known. What does it think will happen if it does that? It will die. Why does it have that belief? Because that has been the experience in many lifetimes. What would you tell the body in order to allay those fears? This is a different time. There is greater understanding. The world and humans need this now and are hungry for this information. And you have incredible protection from all the universe, all the beings of light who surround you and guide you and keep you safe. You forget that you have this surrounding you. When you remember, you are fearless. What would be the best way for people to remember that? To call upon their angels and beings of light every day, and to remain conscious with them, and to ask for their assistance every moment. When do you see this black, dark energy affecting the earth? It is already affecting the earth, just not completely. It is in the fear that has generated the unrest, the confusion in human beings at this time. And very soon, if light workers do not step up, it will consume the earth. When you say very soon, can you measure that for us in a length that we can understand? My people say within the next 2 years. This is a very high potential. However, we also know there are great strides being taken throughout the universe to prevent this. But more humans need to awaken and step up to help prevent this. What is the number one thing that Lightworkers can do to help awaken others? Share their gifts, speak the truth, teach that there is no need for fear, that fear only invites the darkness, and that only by love do we strengthen the light and pull it in. Lightworkers know about the darkness already. Now we're leaving that scene and we're moving ahead in the experience. I'm back on my planet now again. It looks like we moved into this building and I'm just resting. All my friends are there. It's like a party. What are they celebrating? My return. They know the time is short, that I will return to Earth soon. What will be the cause of your return, or the reason for it? My work on Earth is not finished. What form will you take when you return? They're all laughing. I would like to take the form of a tall, young, beautiful woman, and that will not happen. I'll return to the form that I'm currently incarnated in. What will that being notice when you fully return? An energy that she has not felt in a while, an understanding of connection, and awareness of her body. Can you tell will others also experience something similar? Will their galactic selves come more fully into their bodies? Perhaps, but not everyone will have the same experience. How will her life change once you are working more with her? She will have more willingness to take the next step and do that which she incarnated to do. She will remember to have less fear. What did she sign up to do in this life? What is her purpose? Her purpose is to help others, to awaken, to remember who they are, to help them be at peace with this knowledge, and to understand that everything in the universe is connected. There is no separation. What is your life like on this planet when you're there? We seem to relax a lot. There is no work per se. We're simply able to create what we want in the moment and what we need. Much of our work, if you call it that, is done sitting in meditation, sending energy to others, to other solar systems, to the earth, to other beings. We are the door openers. What does that mean? Well, we are the ones who incarnate at different times and different places to help others to awaken. Our presence is a trigger, is an awakening itself so that others may see us and realize there is something they have forgotten. It helps them to remember. We are a signpost, if you will, a trigger for others to remember. There have been many, Jesus, Muhammad, many of the leaders that humans revere on the earth came from this planet and were door openers. They helped to move the consciousness forward and help to awaken human beings. If Earth does manage to raise its consciousness in time, will all beings make this leap that you were referring to? Some will choose not to. They will have their own path, their own learning, and will eventually, of course, return to spirit, but they will choose pain and suffering before then. Where would that pain and suffering exist? Will it be in a certain location or just in their soul? It will be both physical as well as at the soul-spirit level. They will remain on what is left of the earth. They have lessons to learn about honoring our earth, honoring all life, and seeing their own fear. It will allow them to move forward on their own path to awakening. Can you tell what the percentage is? That is not yet determined, for all humans have equal opportunity to awaken. It's given to all. Not all will choose the awakening. What is the number one thing that people can choose to help align them with this awakening and this new place? Always choose love, for in truth, that is all there is. It is being kind and loving to all, and that includes Earth herself and all other beings on Earth that are not human. It is recognizing the divine in everyone and everything, As you open more to that, that brings you to a higher consciousness and awakening and alignment with the divine. It supersedes all religion. It is about recognizing all as spiritual divine beings, all connected to the source. Now we're moving forward again in the same life. I am in bed and I woke up suddenly. There was this light all around. I'm excited. There's something important happening today, but I don't know yet what that is. Does this light seem to be coming from someplace in particular? It's coming from everywhere, from within me, from the surroundings, from the planet itself. We are all being drawn to the central area of our city. Everyone is just light. What does the sky look like? It's a rainbow of color, blues and pinks and purples and greens and yellows. Everyone is incredibly blissful. We are shedding our outer layers, if you will, our bodies, and we're becoming just pure light. We are becoming our energetic selves and maintaining our own consciousness at the same time, sharing the consciousness with everyone else also. It's like we are becoming one, an individual, all at the same time. What brought this on? It was time. The shifts happened on Earth. Enough humans awakened, and the new Earth shifted, and so now we and the rest of the universe are free to shift as well. What are some of the things that people did to help shift the consciousness and awaken the masses? People let go of their fear. They rejected the darkness. They opened up to their own light and helped others to see theirs. Did it take long? It does not seem so, but in Earth years, 2 or 3 perhaps. For us, it was a blink of an eye. So let's see. Then she goes on to say, let's see. I ask, what did this being do, my client? What was her role in this process besides stepping out of fear? She began to open and to speak to others, to offer her unique readings, to connect them with their higher self and their soul, and why they are here at this time. We see that classes were also being offered together, people together. There are many such events going on all over the earth. There are many who are providing this information. So she did her work as a door opener. Yes. Now, what does it look like for those beings who can walk right through? What is that experience like? It is very joyful. Where did they go? Some are choosing to go back to spirit. Most are moving into the new earth. So it seems to be an individual choice. Yes. What is new earth like? Very similar to the old earth, except without the pollution. It is pure, as it was before humans incarnated. It's very clean and beautiful. The sky is clear and deep blue. Everything is green and lush. There are many animals who live in harmony with the human beings. Everyone communicates with all life forms. There is a sense of oneness, even within the individuality. There's a sense of community with the entire earth itself. There's no sense of countries, delineation between my place and your place. It is very tranquil. There seems to be still much learning taking place. What type of learning needs to take place? How to increase the vibrations, how to hold the space and maintain it through love, how to be able to transition from the physical to the non-physical and back again, how to truly be a conscious being of light and spirit within a physical body. Some still have difficulty working the physical body. And what is contact like with other planets or other beings from off-planet? It is very joyful and accepted. It is how it is. It is part of life. All beings of the universe come and go, bring their knowledge, bring their questions, bring their understandings, and we all share. And it would seem humans are able to freely travel from one dimension to another as they wish to experience all life forms, to see new places. It is a very exciting time. What is her life like on New Earth? She is one of the wise women. one of the wise beings. So then we move on to the client's higher self. Why did you choose this lifetime for my client to experience today? Because it is a way of reminding her of who she truly is, that she is a door opener, that she is this being that travels and incarnates from place to place to help others to awaken, that her whole existence has always been about staying connected to the divine and bringing that energy to whichever planet she's choosing to incarnate on. We have done this since the beginning of the universe and beyond. It is who she is. How would you like her to prepare for this next stage, where that portion of her comes back into this body? Is there anything that she needs to do to get ready for that? She is so close. She does not believe that, but it is truth. If she can allow Spirit to remove the last of the blocks, she will be able to return and embrace her true self and make the next step along her path. Where do these blocks exist in her? In her heart and her root chakra. It is a sadness and a fear that she has carried through many lifetimes. It is about believing what others say about her and to her about who she is and what she can do. She has taken it to heart, quite literally, and believed that she is powerless, that she is not lovable, that she is nothing, and to have glimpses of who she truly is fearful for her. Thank you for explaining that. What appearance does this block take? It is this mass of blackness. It is oily and sticky, and every time she tries to remove it or push it aside, it simply transforms and returns. And why is that? There is darkness that does not wish for her to be who she truly is. She has more power than she knows and is willing at this point to embrace. Once she and I are one, darkness does not stand a chance in the face of us. It knows it will be vanquished. Would you be willing to get rid of that today? Yes. What will you put in its place? There is this incredible light that will be placed in her heart space. It will radiate white light and love to all that she encounters and to herself. What will you do with the black tarry substance to make sure it never comes back into her heart again? It has been transformed into light. It was taken to Archangel Michael and turned into fairy dust. And let's look at the root chakra now and any blocks that may exist there. This has always prevented her from being grounded into the human life, and now it is time for her to remember that she can be grounded into the human life and still connect and be divine. She has believed that it is either or, and now she needs to understand it is not. It is both. What form does this block take? It is like a wooden block that has been pushed into her chakra to block the light and the connection. And what will you put in its place? We will put in ruby light that will shine and ground her. Is there anything else that's stopping her from stepping into her power and claiming it now that you've removed those blocks? We're scanning. There are no blocks per se in the physical being. There is a fear that she continues to hold. Can you tell us about that fear? She keeps it very well hidden, even from herself. She believes and is fearful that if she steps into her true power, she will repeat mistakes of other lifetimes. She will become not the light, but the dark. I know many have that fear. What would you like to tell her today so that she understands exactly her role and what time this is? The other lifetime that you experienced that was part of the path, part of your soul learning, part of what you've designed for each lifetime. And in this life, that is not possible. You are the light. You are the light. And that is what you bring to this life and to the earth. It is this path that you are on. It is the path that you chose in this lifetime. And you have not deviated from that path in all these years, and you will not do so now. For as we merge, that will not be possible. You will continue to be the light, only more so. The fear only holds you back, keeps you small, and lies to you. It is time to release it once and for all. I am here to help you do that. What can you tell her about the fear that holds her back from from leaving her job and doing the soul path readings. It is a fear based on childhood to a certain degree that she will struggle financially and not be able to pay bills and to support herself. She believes that only by working the way she is, she will be able to have what she desires and to maintain her place of living. She does now not allow for the possibility that instead of having less, she will have more. She does not believe that, and that is the truth, she will in fact manifest more than she could even imagine. Are the spaceships she sees surrounding Earth still gathering? Of course. They are observing as well as sending representatives to help humans with the shifts that are coming. They are also preventing others in the universe who may have ill will from getting through and causing more havoc on the Earth. How are humans doing today with helping raise the consciousness of the Earth? They are improving. There is a growth of light. There is an awakening that is happening. It is slow, and we are hopeful it will begin to gain momentum. More and more humans are starting to step out and realize there is more, and fear does not serve. What is my client's role, and what will her role be in helping humans? She can become one of the teachers, one of the beings who brings us consciousness to the earth and helps others to move past their fears. She can be a great teacher. She understands how it all connects and can share that with others in language that they understand. What should her transition from her old work to this new work look like? When should it happen? It will happen naturally and easily. She is moving toward that time, and it may still be several months in Earth's time before she is completely leaving her position now. We are working with her to begin to get the word out, to have her be more physical and draw those beings to her for readings that will help give her confidence to move forward. All she need do is trust and stay open to the guidance that she is receiving. I say this with great love. She can be rather stubborn and headstrong. We continue to work with these human traits. When do you see her other aspects coming into this body? It is happening now. There is this transformation that is occurring. It is part of the series of dreams that she has been given, and these will continue. It helps to bring these aspects into her consciousness so that she may understand the transformation that is happening. Why hasn't she had any relationship with men in this life? In part, it was part of the path that she chose. She did not wish to be distracted from the understanding and awakening to who she truly is. However, it was always a choice that she could make, and now she still has that choice. There may well be someone there who will make himself known to her that can help her along this path, and together they will be able to manifest the light. So this would happen if she chose. She could have this before the new earth. Is that correct? Yes. And we see on the new earth, it will be very likely that she will indeed have a partner, and it can certainly happen before. Is there a potential partner looking for her now? Always. She keeps herself hidden. If she decides she wants a partner, does she need to change anything or do anything to allow him to come in? Let down her shield and simply open her heart and be willing. Once she is willing, the light will shine out, and that person cannot help but be drawn to her. They will recognize her instantly. She is closer. She's closer to what? To allowing this to occur. How will she recognize him? She will understand his energy. She will feel it in her heart. She will have this instant sense of connection and knowing that they have had many lifetimes together. Is there anything from her mother that she took on that is still affecting her? Yes. The fears around financial support and relationships with men, she took those on for her mother, and it is now time to release those. They are no longer hers to hold. Can you release them now, please? Yes. We simply reached into her heart space and her solar plexus and pulled them out, and they flew off as they were transformed into birds. What can you tell her about her relationship with Jonathan? Just aside, of course, these names have been changed. This has been a relationship that is carried through many lifetimes, once again, since the beginning. They are, in fact, the same soul, simply split into two so that they may experience each other and the world in different ways and come together to increase their understanding. They had much to clear to be able to continue forward in this life, to do the work that they are to do. They will now be able to be equals and to hold their power with one another. They have both been afraid of each other's power, and now they will be equal. Are they twin souls in a manner of speaking? Yes, they are from a higher being, an oversoul, if you will, and each has chosen to separate, to have as many lives as possible, to experience as much as possible, so that they could be here at this time in history of the earth and humans. They have had so many incarnations and varying relationships. Yes, they are aspects of the same soul and would be considered twin souls this lifetime. They chose not to be romantic partners, for the work that they needed to do was too intense and could have potentially destroyed them both and kept them from their path. This was not going to be allowed to happen, and so they have taken the path that they're on now. They do not see it yet. The work that they will ultimately do together is still unfolding. It will be made known to them. Do you have anything to tell her about her health and wellness right now? Actually, let's skip that question because I think I messed up the editing on that one. Anything else you wish to tell her today? Only that our merging together continues, even when she believes that it is not, or she has somehow stopped it. This is not possible and will continue until it is complete. Are you referring to the higher self and the human? Yes. Is that happening for others also? Yes. What will she notice as the trend continues and more of her higher self is embodied? She will notice more confidence, less reaction to others, to situations. She will have more of a calmness and centeredness about her. She will more easily access knowledge and be able to freely give it without questioning or doubting. She will not hold back who she is. What did she need to do to lose weight? Quit her job and begin to exercise. Should she start to exercise while she's still at her job or after she quits? What do you recommend? Now would be optimal, and we will continue to work with her in doing this. She does not believe that she can. If she would simply begin by working with her Pilates ball daily, that will begin to shift her body and will move her toward other exercise that she can do at home at any time she has been thinking of this but has not followed through. We would suggest starting first thing in the morning for a few minutes, and again in the evening before bed, again just for a few minutes. And is her diet all right at this point? No. However, we need to move slowly on that. Can you tell her why? She believes that she does not like food that is good for her, does not eat vegetables, hates to cook. This will all begin to shift as her and I merge more, and she becomes more aware of the light. The light being that she is. Her taste buds will change. Her desires will change. She is already eating less and eating differently. It will simply continue to change for the better. She had a question about whether or not she would live to see the changes on Earth, and I think you've pretty much answered those by showing her. Would you like to just confirm? Yes. She will more than live to see the changes. And do you have any final messages for my client today? We have a message for both of you. And this was sweet because I got a message too. We have a message for both of you. Understand that you are both door openers. You've come from the same place and are here for the same purpose. You have both incarnated many times on Earth, as well as other planets, other life forms, so that you may understand what all life is like to be in the physical. You are both incredibly bad at reading. You are both incredible beings of light who are here as the door openers to help others, and you will have immense support and help on the path that you're on. Both of you, as well as other door openers, are here and are pivotal at this time. Never doubt that. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with you both. And that was the end of our session. So very beautiful, very detailed, very cool experiences going to the new Earth and going to this other planet that holds beings that have gone, have left, because they're all on the Earth right now trying to help. I've seen that in actually several sessions where people go back to their planets and they're empty. They're almost completely empty because everybody is here. Everyone in the universe has their eyes on Earth. They're either fractalized into human bodies, or they're hovering over the Earth, or they're both. This is a pivotal time in the universe. And like they say, light workers need to awaken. They need to come out of fear. They need to have courage. They need to show up and be themselves. And that helps everybody. That helps the Earth. All right. I hope this helps someone. And I hope you're all doing well. Much love.